Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Wednesday, June 20th, moments before solstice, 11:40 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. We're about to watch Sakurajima explode to over 10,000 feet. Yes, yes, you'll see it. Here it comes. Top left. Boom! Heart-shaped boom. Yeah, I saw it first. And so big props here to Volcano YT for their amazing live stream, which catches all of the action live. Now, this is a slow, long event, and we can just bring it forward a little bit. Oh, no, that's not going to parse. Well, we're going to bring this back all the way to live. This is a huge eruption. There it is, just moments after. And this happening 1 hour and 30 minutes ago. Over 30 explosions in the last 40 days on this mountain. Give them a thumbs up, and let's get on with the update. Woman rescued from Arctic river of hail and rain in Greeley. Are you kidding me? Nope. Let's go to the video. This guy's concerned, and he's on a pile of hail. Are you kidding me? It's summer. Yes, but this hail, you can pick it up and throw it because it is hail, and it has weight, and you can throw it. And you could see it was once this high and very high, according to that blurry guy. Now, this was earlier today in this exact same spot. You can see this poor woman over in this car is trapped, and community members were trying to dig a channel out to get her through the hail. They couldn't get through the hail. There was a hail of water, river of hail and water running underneath. And you're going to see quick the neighbor, whoever that is, trying to get to this lady while the kids shovel the sidewalk. So someone was trapped in this car in Greeley today because of the hail. Today's first boom, and that's because Sakurajima be exploding. That's not the only one. We're going to get to it. Krakatoa blowing. 1883, historic eruption repeating itself. Soon, giant hail in Colorado turned a golf course into something out of Willy Wonka. Today's first pop, and that's a boom. Yes. That could be our new emblem. Tell me what you think. Large hail ball marks Coal Creek Golf Course in Louisville, Colorado. The Coal Creek Golf Course in Louisville got obliterated Tuesday following severe storms that struck parts of the state. The pockmarked greens will need some serious repair. Yes, they will. That looks plugged. I don't golf. I hope you don't. Tuesday's storm included odd-shaped hail. Tornado touched down near Prospect Valley in Weld County. Reported on the tornado and the hail yesterday, but the pictures of the deadly shards falling from the sky are just coming in. These look like stars of Jerusalem, stars of David, or arrows of death. However you look at it, these will increase in size to over 10, 15 centimeters. Some of them arrow-shaped. Lee Wheelbarger and I talked about it tonight, and we explained in great detail scientific analysis why this hail is growing in this fashion. Because of the cosmic ray increase, you have ice nucleating on these tiny ionized particles, which can rapidly freeze and form these protrusions. Lead that to the jet stream dropping further north, or the northern air being pulled further south and the southern air being pulled further north gives more extreme temperature gradients on those fronts, which causes the hail to recycle more and to grow. And then so this is just a taste of things to come. There's a seahorse falling from the sky in the form of hail. Do you see it? I do. Guys, heads up. Grow your own food. We'll get to it. But tornadoes touching the eastern plains and shards of hail falling like ninja stars. Just a taste. Heavy rainfall and flooding that threatens to continue the western Gulf Coast and Midwest. Excessive heat widespread across the desert Southwest is going to lead to the onset of quick monsoons. We have heavy rains coming into the Four Corners area starting July 4th and continuing through the summer. Whew. Thank goodness. A slow-moving disturbance will continue to generate rounds of rainfall across the western Gulf Coast from Texas to western Louisiana. There are flood warnings and watches from Corpus Christi north. Heads up. Flooding in low-lying poor drainage areas will be possible. Across the desert southwest, triple-digit heat with highs exceeding 115 will be possible, and no rain in sight. Thank God we got that dumping last week. Whew. Our gardens look amazing. The National Forest is opening for business tomorrow morning with level 2 fire restrictions in place. So we have hundreds of thousands of square miles reopening in the morning so that the public can enjoy them. Hail causes severe crop damage. Gorgeous sky. Farmers in southern Nebraska are taking stock of crops after storms brought damaging winds and hail to the area. We have coverage, and they have numbers. Wheat producers report more rain but hail damage in this area. Lincoln, Nebraska, winter wheat growth is slightly behind compared to last year. Hail damage reports coming in vary from 20 to 100%, according to the USD crop report for the week ending just a few days ago. 100%. Yeah, and that's from hail, not a volcano. Rain and wind, possible snow. Here's how Sweden's midsummer weather will look. Snow and raincoats. Grand solar minimum much. Stop-ups if you've heard this one before, but it looks like Sweden will face yet another dreary midsummer as forecasters predict rain, wind, and possibly even snow for the holiday weekend. It may have been a record warm May, according to the alarmists, and pleasant if slightly cooler start to June. Pleasant if slightly cooler start to June. Yeah, they're so stuck on warming, it's disgusting. But as the month progresses into summer, the weather in Sweden is going to get colder. Changeable without the constant sunshine? Come on. Sadly, the negative trends looks set to continue through the Midsummer bank holiday weekend. National forecast predicts classic Swedish midsummer weather. Can you say, are you full of it? Yes, it always snows in summer in Sweden. Earthquake swarm under Perihu Cordon Calle volcano alert raised in Chile. This just blew in 2011 at VEI 5. If this blows at 5 or 6, it's only going to be the beginning of the major cooling. Chilean authorities have increased the alert level for Perihu Cordon Calle volcano yellow 2 of 4 on June 20th, 2018, following an increased seismic activity detected under the volcano. Since the beginning of the month, the last eruptive phase of this started on June 4th, 2011. Let's come to the seismo data, thanks to the Smithsonian, of this particular stratovolcano. Last known eruption 2012. Most recent report, we just talked about it, and we can come up here and look at the eruptive history. Confirmed VEI 5, June 4th, 2011. Heads up. This could be a cooler. So could Krakatoa. We're going to get to it because it just started to blow up. Yes, Krakatoa. 5.3 volcanic explosion at Kilauea as predicted. This is going to be continuing. We're waiting for a larger event as that caldera opens and collapses. Now, I was having a conversation with another volcanologist today, and we were discussing what could occur at this volcano. As that caldera increases in size and collapses in on itself, that highly viscous magma that is now coming from a deep magma chamber, rushing 8 miles, maintaining almost all of its temperature in a vortical fashion all the way to the ocean, that may clog up, that may stop and alter. Once the explosion allows lava to come back up into the new main caldera, we might have a new lava lake of record proportions in historic times filling in Kilauea. Just a heads up, no other quakes of note. Let's get to the volcano update. Worldwide volcano news. We have Sakurajima exploding as we showed you live footage starting an hour and a half ago from this timestamp. We also have Ibu volcano in Dukono and Sabancaya. We have intermittent emissions from Sabancaya, volcanic eruption reported at Ibu, continuous emissions at Dukono. And I've been talking for hours. Let's hurry up. Guys, if you want to know how often Sakurajima explodes, I'll leave you the list of explosions from Sakurajima. If you just click the back arrow, you can get the historic explosions that happen annually. The list from 2015, 14, 13, and 12. We can come to the latest list, which I'm going to leave you a link to. And you'll see that there was a 3-day lull in continuous explosions from this volcano since we've been reporting on it until today. And we had a larger event going to 10,000 feet. So check out the data for yourself and get familiar with it. And let's come over here and look at Sakurajima live. And you can see the extent of the eruption. You can also see Popo erupting. Aoyama is venting. Torrealba erupting. Stromboli is venting. Can't see Cinnabon. Aso is venting. This is a major event, and now there's a lower eruptive cloud at lower levels. So we're going to be watching this closely as this event unfolds. All these links are below the video where it says show more. Check it out. It's almost over. New eruption observed at Krakatoa Volcano, Indonesia. This is just the beginning. Krakatoa is the one. The largest volcanic event in modern history coming from this volcano, and she's awake. Yes, that is a boom. Yes, it is. It's also like saving your arse as we descend into the grand solar minimum, and the skies darken, the clouds nucleate, the temperature drops, the crops fail, and I cannot enlarge this. Man. They don't want you to see it. Jesus. It's funny. It's funny how that works. Yes, it's time to start growing your own food. Let's talk about Krakatoa. A small eruption took place at Krakatoa, located between Java and Sumatra, June 19th. The last known eruption was in 2017. This is just a little left side of the main caldera fart. What I say started eruption. Yes, it did. A strong thermal signature was observed at the volcano on the 17th. Erupted on the 19th. So, this renowned volcano Krakatoa, frequently mistaken as Krakatoa, lies in the Sundit Strait between Java and Sumatra. The collapse of the ancestral Krakatau edifice, perhaps 416 CE, formed a 7-kilometer wide, 4.3-mile caldera. We can zoom in on the map and check that out. Let's give that a moment to think. Here's Krakatau, and you can see that this is the caldera. Boom. So this is just a recent uplifting volcano. And here is Kalgar Alam Krakatau. Now this eruption, the second largest in Indonesia. Oh, let's go back. Remnants of this ancestral volcano are preserved in Verlaten and Lang Island. Subsequently, Rakata, Danan, and Perwabatan volcanoes were formed, coalescing to create the pre-1883 Krakatau Island. Caldera collapsed during the catastrophic 1883 eruption, destroying Danan and Puerbupan volcanoes, and left only remnants of Rakata volcano. I know it's confusing. This eruption, the second largest in Indonesia during historical times, caused more than 36,000 fatalities, most as a result of devastating tsunamis that swept the adjacent coastlines of Sumatra and Java. Pyroclastic surges traveled 40 kilometers across the Sunda Strait and reached the Sumatra coast. Can you imagine the Lays cloud engulfing that area? Death by breathing. After a quiescence of less than half a century, the post-collapse cone of Anak Krakatau, child of Krakatau, was constructed within the 1883 caldera at a point between the former cones of Danan and Puertuba. It's exactly what I showed you. This tiny central volcano here, and here's the cinder cone we're looking at, or the stratocone, is a result of the explosion that came out of here. So we should be watching this closely, and heads up. Small eruption leads to big eruptions. Bright fireball explodes over South Island, New Zealand. A bright fireball exploded over New Zealand, South Island, 9:15 UTC on June 18th. Witnesses say the object was green or blue and brighter than the moon. Plasma discharge much? Now, NASA's new plan to detect and destroy asteroids before they hit Earth is multifaceted. We've shared many thoughts and articles on this topic, and this is a synopsis of what the new Space Force is going to do to asteroids as they come in. They're going to kick ass and take names, or they're going to up and we're all going to die. So it's probably not a good thing because we have no idea what we're doing in regards to that. Dust storm on Mars now covers the entire planet, proving that the grand solar minimum affects the entire solar system. Growing your own food is like printing your own money or saving your own arse. Think about it however you will, but if you don't put a seed in dirt, you can't plant food. And if I don't click this, I can't get anything. That's crazy. Should I make these as stickers? Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. My computer is locked up and the GISP 2 is impossible to show you. Let's hover over it and do it. There it is. Goes away. Let's try it. New CMIP6 data suggests an extended period of solar decline extending through 2100. So we'll just leave it there. What that means, kids, is the next 2 years are going to be groundbreaking as far as historic records being broken. The hail I showed you earlier is going to increase in size and intensity worldwide. So hail screens and hail preventions should be in place for your food. And I recommend rigid greenhouses. And Lee and I talked about other methods to protect your crops that are outside. They're inexpensive, but they do cost money. So surviving and thriving in the future is about failing now and learning how to be self-resilient in the times as they change. You have 3 to 5 years according to Lee, and I put that at the 80% mark. In the next few years, it could happen. The event that will end life as you know it, end your purchase power. There will be no more stores and no more deliveries in your area. So you better be ready. Is it Krakatau? Is it another Krakatoa? Will the skies darken in 3 days globally? It's anyone's call. But if you're prepared, proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in the modern